Okay, so without editing videos, I hate editing videos at the beginning of them because I have to go back in and then go, okay, smile, and then cut it off, and then say hello everybody. So now I'm straight in. I don't have to edit the beginning of the video. So far so good, and I'm not going to do that at the end. Anyway, this video is going to be a little different. Recapping tonight, I was thinking about like next steps, where I've been on my journey as a digital nomad, and where I'm at now, and what's the future look like in terms of where I want to go and where I want to take my family. And so, for most of you that are watching this, you're my family and friends. And I started back in 2016 when the digital nomad thing was a thing, and it was starting to peak. I think it was starting to take off around, I don't know, maybe 2011, 2012. All you digital nomads out there know exactly when it was, but that's when I jumped on board. And I was looking for a simpler way to live, and I was following a vlogger, Johnny FD, and he was in Chiang Mai and bootstrapping, and he was doing his businesses, drop shipping, and Michelle and I were already doing our businesses online, and we're interested in other incomes sources to live a more simple life and a slow-paced life. Though some of you think I'm bougie, like, you can check out the place I'm at here. Like, a lot of you guys call me bougie and like fancy, but really I'm simple. I do like to get dressed up, as you all know that I do, and go out and have a glass of wine, and eat a nice meal. But most of the time I'm cool hanging out in gym shorts and a black t-shirt. Anyway, side note. So we were looking for a simpler way to live. We were burnt out with working as everybody else is back home, and so Chiang Mai looked like a great option. And we followed the digital nomad path where everybody was at during that time, and like 2016, this was a huge hub. Not so much anymore, though it looks like it's coming back. So when we came here, we were a little bit kind of like fly by the seat of our pants. We had no experience working online virtually at that point, and we were winging a lot of it. And we made a ton of mistakes, grew from it, learned from it, and then we were back in the States. We were traveling around Europe. We did Bansko, we did Albania, Berat. We've been to London a few times now. We're not as seasoned nomads as a lot of you guys out there that are watching that are nomads, but we've traveled, and I like to go slow anyway. Now where are we going? It's 2024, fast forward, and now I'm looking at, okay, what's this look like long term? Before, we were younger, and it's like there's a lot more future and runway ahead of us. And so now as we're getting older, like, we're taking, roots and family into consideration. And, like, a big pull for me and a dilemma has always been, I love my family, and my friends, and that's really the most important thing to me, aside from freedom, being able to, create my day as I want it. And regardless of, what's going on back home, politically, or, like some of the divisions in our country, I don't care about any of that. Everybody that knows me knows that I just love my family and my friends, and I don't care, you can pick whatever side, and I'm okay with that. I just, I want to, stay connected to my tribe. And that's been sort of an experiment of, okay, how do I do that being 10,000 miles away? How often do I go back to the United States without losing connection with my tribe? And how sustainable is that? Like, I just came back from visiting my friends and family. You guys know that I was driving from Tampa to Orlando to Port St. Lucie, around West Palm area. And it was a lot, it was a lot it was the first time I did that. I was, when I was here last time, I stayed away. I think we were almost here 2.5 years or something like that, where I stayed away from, and I didn't go back to the United States at all. And it was really like reverse culture shock, a little bit of almost traumatic in a way, because I was used to living abroad, and it was like, holy shit, I had to readjust all my thinking. And so I didn't want to do that this time around. So before we left, we were on a 2-year hiatus. After COVID, we took a break, and we were deciding, did we want to get back into this lifestyle and travel? Did we want to, save money? Inflation in Tampa is insane. Like, our rents doubled, like, I think in 1 year. It's just crazy. We were paying like $3,000 a month for a 3-2. And so that fueled part of our decision to come back to Chiang Mai. Plus, I love traveling. And so now it's like, okay, trying to balance coming to see you guys back at home, coming to see everybody back at home. And for all those that are watching that aren't, my friends and family, I'm thankful that you're watching this. So what's the future look like? Italy's always been a dream for me since I've been a kid, and I still have yet to go, which is insane, because I've always been, I've been traveling so much now, and it's kind of been like my dessert thing. So I've considered the $1. I don't know if everybody's heard about that, but you can go to Italy and buy a house for $1. But of course, there's fine print that's like, you have to do like thousands of dollars in renovations. I don't know how much that is, and then bring it up to code, because a lot of those older houses, the younger people are fleeing like the old cobblestone houses in the vineyards and going into the cities. So I've toyed around with maybe buying one of those houses, or just coming back to the United States. And so now I'm in this kind of like period where I'm deciding, and sort of came to that epiphany tonight of, okay, here's the plan of action. As of right now, I'm staying in Chiang Mai until I hit a certain financial goal, and then keep investing in our businesses, and stay independent in terms of financially independent and location independent. And then once we hit that number, that goal, then it's Italy is on the table, or somewhere in Europe maybe. And then ideally what it would look like is that I have a home back in Tampa, a base camp there, a base camp maybe here. I love Chiang Mai, and I want to talk about that for a second. And part of the reason when I came here was looking for a simpler way to live, was because I love the energy. It's peaceful. It's a slower paced life, which suits my energy more. And so, I've been here off and on for, I think, 4 years now. And so big part of my heart's in Chiang Mai here. And so if I can have everything, then I would have like 3 base camps. I would have one here in, Asia somewhere, maybe it's Chiang Mai, somewhere in Europe, like Italy, and then a base camp back home. So I don't know, maybe that's lofty, but I think base camps is, for me at this stage of my life, is the best option. When I first started doing our traveling in 2016, Michelle and I were hitting like a town every 2 weeks or a week. Like, we had a rental car and we traveled in Thailand from all the way from the north to the south to the beaches. Lived in a hut on the beach with a mosquito net for six months, and it was insane. It was awesome. We got to see we had so many experiences of driving through the mountains in the middle of 2 a.m. doing stupid shit that we shouldn't be doing, like not knowing where we were going and just like picking a place on the map and doing that. and we were moving too fast, and that's not sustainable. And though I love the adventure of it, and I wish I could do that, you know, having base camps in is more realistic. And so yeah, so that's the plan as of now. And then, you know, who knows what's gonna happen, but you know, that's the vision. Yeah, I'll keep making these videos and updating you guys. And so yeah, that's it. I'm not gonna do any fancy editing. In fact, I hate editing. So when you guys see my videos and I put music to it and all that, like, I enjoy it, but it's like a 3-hour process. And so it's like a love-hate relationship of creativity, and I just want to fucking get this thing edited and done and over with, versus, hey, cut raw, here it is. So I'll end it here. See you guys later. And this is a little spot that I'm hanging out at. I have my $30 burger and glass of wine here, and I'm at the Marriott. And you know, obviously not staying here, but every once in a while I'll pop in here and you know, just do hang out in this, you know, little cozy area. So hope you guys are doing great back home. Take it easy, and I will stay in touch with you. And I'm gonna press the stop button and not edit, I promise. See ya.